I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders. I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. We have stocks pumping, and we know why. Jerome is in the house. And guys, we keep getting Mt.Gox news, but we're not seeing any selling pressure. And we have Bitcoin dominance staying strong, and it normally lasts for about 6 months, and then we get that altcoin pump. And we know Ethereum spot ETFs are about to get those inflows next week. So we should get an altcoin pump. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And guys, the movie begins. And I'm going to go over that later. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down. We have the dollar, which is down. And that's coming from Japan. And I'm going to get into that later, like I stated. And then we have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Circle getting a $5 billion valuation ahead of planned IPO. Of course, guys, you got to sit back, get your popcorn, let it play out. We know they've done this before. We will definitely see if they go public. And then, guys, we have the Fed. The repo at $367 billion yesterday. And we have Jerome Powell in the house today. And we see the ADP numbers and this weakness in the labor market, which we already know. We know the Fed already knows. They don't have to wait until Friday. But of course, Jerome Powell is going to say it's data dependent. And most likely they're going to wait until September in order to make that cut. But it would not surprise me if they cut today due to Japan lifting off and then plus are starting to taper back on their bond purchases. So everything is lining up. And remember, guys, the only thing we need is that crisis, and we're getting plenty of them. We hear the drums getting louder. And we know the big one is right around the corner. So this movie is about to get better. And like I told you, in the fourth quarter of 2024, we're going to get distraction after distraction for the next 3 years. Because remember, guys, they have to build this fourth industrial revolution where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs are up right now. And we have Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust begins trading today. Also, we have spot Ethereum ETFs finally going to the positive yesterday. And like I told you guys, next week I definitely see these inflows for Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs start to pick up. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Trust Wallet has partnered with Ton Blockchain to integrate Toncoin. And of course, that's going to help with adoption. Now we have Worldcoin World ID verification launches in Austria, increasing access to its eyeball scanning orbs in Europe. And guys, you know you can't make this stuff up. In the fourth industrial revolution, the Hegelian dialectic is going to be man versus machine, where man is going to have to prove that they're human versus the machine. And we know eventually that's going to flip and make its way to transhumanism. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And lastly, guys, we have real use cases and we know they're going to speed up next year. We have California DMV puts 42 million car titles on Avalanche network and digitization push. And we know everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And when you add AI and these smart contracts, you're going to be able to perform just about any task without a human. And the robots will get these synthetic brains. Remember, the brain is nothing but an algorithm. You're teaching it steps to do something, and that's the same thing they're doing to these robots. The only thing robots didn't have was money and eyesight. Now they do. Now they can perform any task that a human can do. And that's the reason why it's time for the sheep to wake up. Because if you don't understand your purpose, you're going to fall for the devil's tricks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam Save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.